Say, kids, what time is it? Yes, sir. And all my boys and girls here in Doodyville and kids in Albuquerque and all over America, let's go! Howdy Doody. It's Howdy Doody. Bob Smith and Howdy Doody. Say Howdy Doody. Let's give a rousing cheer, 'cause Howdy Doody's here. It's time to start the show. Kids, let's go! Good kids.
Oh, good singing, kids. Well, kids, you know the Inspector Fidoozle is coming back to Doodyville today. And boy, oh boy, there's plenty of excitement because we want to know.
First, will Inspector Fidoozle be a pal and shake hands with Howdy?
Or will he pull tricks like he did in the campaign for president? More tricks, worse tricks.
I'm here. The inspector. Yeah. Inspector Fidoozle. America's #1 private eye.
Oh, boy, gosh, Inspector. Oh, wowee. Oh, boy, it's certainly great to have you back with us. Boy, and you know, I certainly hope that we can all be buddies again.
You got too much steam on in here. Phew, it's hot.
Well, welcome home, Inspector. You know, we've really missed you. How are you, friend?
How's J. Cornelius Cobb?
He's okay.
Sure.
And look, Inspector, if you'll promise me no more tricks, oh, boy, we can certainly be pals again. What do you say?
I'm, wearing a new hat. Anybody notice?
Oh, yeah, very smart. Yeah, very good looking, Inspector.
And I got a mustache on my chin now, too.
Oh, boy,
yeah.
and it's really snazzy. Oh, but what about all
See you later. I got a date with, a friend.
A friend?
A friend. Oh, but wait a minute, Inspector.
Wait a minute, Inspector.
Don't you want to tell me?
Wait a minute, Inspector, wait. Well, what do you think of that? Well, kids, the inspector just went away. Gee, he acted funny. You know, kids, he didn't answer one thing that Howdy said to him.
You know, that's very strange, Buffalo Bob.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think we have our answer now, kids. It'll be more tricks from Inspector Fidoozle. Oh, how I wish he were still away, and forever.
Oh, gosh, you know something funny, kids? An awful lot of my friends are away. And, well, they have been away for quite a while.
Yeah, you're right, Howdy. Now, let me see. Mr. Phineas T. Buster's away.
That's right.
Of course, we know about him. He's looking for Miss Lily Bell Widgeon so that he can give back her chickapoodle bird and collect that $500 reward.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, I understand he's looking through Texas now, isn't he?
I think so,
Yeah.
Buffalo Bob, but... Say, what about the others? Where are they? Like Don Jose Bluster and Hector Hamhock Bluster and the Flubadub. Why, we haven't seen them for months.
That's right.
Gooseberries, gooseberries! Well, what was that?
Kids, look! The Flubadub!
Hiya,
Flub!
Gooseberries, gooseberries!
Well, gosh, gang, look, now the Flubadub is back, too. Oh, boy, and it's certainly great to see you, Flub. Well, where have you been? Gosh.
Gooseberries, gooseberries!
Oh, now, Flub, wait a minute, Flub. It's good to see you, but that silly Flubadub, that gooseberries, it doesn't make sense. Now, cut the silly stuff out and answer, Flub. Where have you been?
Gooseberries!
Goose? Kids, the Flubadub still talks about food. Only, of course, he used to talk about meatballs, and now he's talking about gooseberries. What are the gooseberries all about, Flub? Will you tell us, please?
The island!
The island? What island?
Yeah,
What
Flub, come on, tell us. Have you been on some lonely island somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. A fantastic island called the Changing Island.
What? The Changing Island?
Yup.
Well, the Changing Island? Boy, oh boy, I never heard of any such thing. Well, Flub, how can an island change? Does it?
No.
Well, Flub, do the people on the island change?
Yes, that's it. As soon as a person goes on that island, the person changes.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I know now how the island changed the Flubadub. It changed him from a meatball lover to a gooseberry lover.
Oh, I think you're right.
Hey, is that right?
Mine was a small change. There's nothing but gooseberry bushes on that island, and that's all I ate. 74,000 gooseberries in 1 week. And all those gooseberries going down my throat made my voice even prettier. Isn't it, Buffalo Bob? Isn't it prettier?
Yes, it sure is, Flub, yeah. Hey, yeah. Well, tell us, Flub, what on earth were you doing on this strange island? What were you doing
It's a
there?
fantastic story, Buffalo Bob.
Yeah?
I want you to see it for yourself at this island on the Super Talkoscope.
Hey, a great idea, Flub. How about that?
Oh, boy, let's find a super talkoscope, Flub.
Yeah.
And while you're tuning it in, you can tell me the fantastic story, and I'll be getting the Claradoodle ready. Yes, sir, kids, the Claradoodle is my first invention for the new year 1953. And it might be the greatest invention ever. And it's a real special surprise for all the kids.
Okay, Howdy. Now, this changing island...
Yeah, tell me,
it's
Bob.
fantastic,
Yeah.
Buffalo Bob. What, and Howdy...
Hey, kids, this is going to be exciting.
Oh, boy.
We're going to see them on the Super Talkoscope, and also Howdy surprised the Claradoodle. Hey, this will be great, but look, right now, boys and girls, how about our old-time movie? Do you want to see one? All right, well, right over here is our Scope Doodle. So come on in, boys and girls. It's old-time movie time on the Howdy Doody Show. Well, let's see. Today's movie, it opens up, we see this motorboat. Now watch what happens, kids, because here's a fellow that we've seen in a lot of movies before. Now look, do you know who that driver of that boat is? Do you remember Joe Lindrum? Remember him? Do you remember Joe? Well, that's Joe driving the boat. Now, Joe didn't know it, but a plank fell off the bridge, and it hit poor Joe right in the head. Now, this is his girlfriend. Now, his girlfriend has no idea that Joe is temporarily a little bit unconscious. So she becomes very, very excited. That's Hazel McIntosh, kids. We've seen her in a lot of our movies before. So a man tries to help, but by George, look what happened. He was pulled right into the water. So Hazel McIntosh turns the boat over. Atta girl. Tell me, Sonny, what's your name? Gary. Do you like old-time movies? How old are you?
7.
Atta boy. Now, you watch what happens, Gary, because this is a very, very cute movie. It's all about a prize fighter that we're going to see a little bit later. Meantime, poor Joe... Poor Joe Lindrum is knocked out. Now watch, see? Hazel tries to bring him to, but she just can't get him to. And Hazel says, whoa! That's Bobby Lindemann there, that fellow with the cap on. Now watch. Bobby runs so fast over the water that he doesn't even sink. So the boat stops right before it hits the dynamite for good luck. Now Hazel comes to. Checks her compass. Northeast by southwest. Everything was great. Whoa! But the pail of water brings Joe to. Now, kids, we see our old buddy, Franny Hines. Remember Franny with the mustache, kids, huh? Well, now you watch, because when you see Hazel, the gal that we saw before in the boat, she is also here in the automobile. Because her boyfriend is really not Joe. We're going to see Joe a little later in the movie. But her boyfriend is a fighter. His name was Abe Simon. He was a great fighter. And Abe's manager happens to be Franny Hines. Franny Hines plays the part of the father in this movie. Now, you watch. Oh. Franny had a little trouble with the automobile. Well, there's Abe, the fighter. See, there's Abe Simon there with a straw hat inside the car. That's his girlfriend, Hazel McIntosh. So Abe starts the motor and, whoa! What happened to Franny, Gary?
Got splashed with all mud.
He really got splashed with mud, didn't he? Yes, he did. Oh, forgot that he... Oh! Hat was pretty full there, wasn't it, Gary? So now we see the training quarters. This is the training quarters for Abe Simon. Abe's all ready, going to training for his big bout. So Abe takes a few pokes at the punching bag. Now the dummy. Oh! Knocked the head right off the dummy. Now there's Bob Lindemann over there. Bob, he's one of the assistants around there. Oh! Touched the wrong head. That was a real guy. That was Henry Rudick there. He was out on the beach. Wonder who this is. Oh! Oh, it's Arndt Jensen is his name. Watch him. He was out basking. He and Rudy. He's a big one, isn't he, that Arnie? There's a couple fellas just having a little sparring practice there. It's a big ring. You know, there's Bob Lindemann coming over there. Bob Lindemann's got a little idea. He says, now watch. He said, I'm going to take this magnifying glass. He says, I got it so fixed here, I think we can burn a hole in the trunk of that boxer's pants. Whoop! Whoa! Big fella on the right there, kids. That's one of the sparring partners. His name is, remember Harvey Belair from the movies, kids? Remember Harvey? That's Harvey Belair. You see, they called Abe Simon Kid Alley in this movie. That's Bob Lindemann there. He's getting hot under the collar. He doesn't realize it, but the magnifying glass is burning a hole in his suit. Whoops. And he says to BJ, he says, hey, why, that's BJ, Bjorn Bjornsson, his name is. He says, hey, he says, am I on fire? And the guy said, yeah. So, boom, he runs down to the lake, try to put himself out. So BJ looks at the magnifying glass. He says, well, hey. He says, I see all of it now. That is, some of it. So Abe Simon says, come on, let me go. Let me get at that guy. Let me get at that guy. Now, in the meantime, Bob Lindemann's got a little plan. Now, you watch what happens. All inside this baker's wagon. All right, now here's the night of the big contest. Kid Alley is in the corner. That's Abe Simon, we know. It's his manager there, Franny Hines. Bob Lindemann and BJ in the audience. They got a little plan going here, you watch. hard. He's as wise as I could knock you out any time I wanted. So they're all ready to start. That's Buffalo Bullet's one of the tons of fun he got in this movie, too. Kids, we're going to see more. Tomorrow we'll show you what happens to Kid Ally in the big fight. Well, you know, boys and girls, I wonder how the Flub and Howdy are coming along. Flub said he was going to tell Howdy all about this strange island. And say, we all want to hear that story about the changing island, don't we, kids?
Yeah!
You bet your life we do. Yes, sir.
Boy, the super talkoscope will be ready in a minute or two. You know, we had a little bit of trouble with it.
Oh, we did. Well, all right, Howdy, I'll take care of it.
So meantime, Buffalo Bob,
Yeah?
now let me tell all of you what the Flubadub told me about the changing island.
All right, fine.
Boy, oh boy, it's really a fantastic story,
Yeah?
and it's true, too.
Well, okay, Howdy, come on, let's hear it. Tell us all about it, yeah?
Okay, boy, well, now, kids,
Yeah?
hold on to your seats.
Go ahead.
Because, believe it or not, the 3 Bluster triplets
Yeah?
were all on the island with the Flubadub. And, as a matter of fact, they're still there.
No, Howdy, they're still
Well,
there.
that's amazing. All 3 Bluster triplets? I can't
Oh,
believe
yes.
it.
Phineas T. Bluster, Don Jose Bluster, and Hector Hamhock Bluster.
But I don't understand this, Howdy. I thought that Phineas was down in Texas, and I thought he was looking for Lily Bell Widgeon.
Oh, well, he was. Oh, boy, and here's what happened.
Yeah, go on, Howdy, go on. Tell us what happened.
Now,
What happened?
Phineas T. Bluster
Yeah?
did look all through Texas for a whole week, but he couldn't find Lily Bell Widgeon.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes, so he decided to look somewhere else, in Florida.
My, that's quite a long trip.
Oh, boy, you said it. And you know, kids, there's an awful lot of water between Texas and Florida, the whole Gulf of Mexico. So, Mr. Bluster decided to go by ferry boat.
Oh, good idea.
Go on, Howard.
So anyway, he paid the 35-cent fare, and he went aboard. And the ferry started heading for sunny Florida.
Oh, my goodness, Buffalo Bob. I can see the ferry.
Yeah, but it's a very slow ferry, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Boy, it's mighty slow, Buffalo Bob. As a matter of fact, you know, the trip would have taken 37 days if the ferry would have made it.
Yeah. What? You mean the ferry never reached Florida, Howdy?
Oh, boy, that's right.
Well, what happened?
Well, a storm came, and the whole Gulf of Mexico turned into a whirlpool of angry water.
And what happened to the ferry boat?
It tossed and turned and turned over?
Right. And then the captain yelled, "Everybody go into the lifeboats, please."
So did everybody get off the ferry in time, I hope, Howdy?
Oh, boy, yes, sir, thank goodness.
And there was room for everybody in the 3 lifeboats, was there?
Well, you see, there were only 2 lifeboats, Princess, and there was room for everybody but Mr. Bluster.
You mean Mr. Bluster got back to Texas in the boats?
Right. But Mr. Bluster swam, and he swam to the nearest land that he could see.
Uh-huh.
And the nearest land was a little island. Kids, it was the Changing Island.
Oh, no.
Well, for goodness sakes. Phineas T. Bluster, 72 and a half years old, shipwrecked on the Changing Island.
But what an exciting adventure. Well, Howdy, when Mr. Bluster got to this island, was there anybody else on the island?
Nope, nobody. Nope, Mr. Bluster was all alone on a lonely island.
Gee, well, how did the Flubadub find out about this whole story?
Yeah, how'd that
Well, you
happen?
keep listening, Princess.
All right.
Mr. Bluster staggered around the island all alone for a week, and then he got an idea. He wrote out a note and put the note into a bottle. And then he threw the bottle into the Gulf of Mexico. And for days, the bottle floated and floated and floated for hundreds and hundreds of miles. And finally, the waves carried the bottle right back to the shores of Texas. And the bottle lay on a Texas beach for another couple of days, until some man who was swimming just happened to see it.
Oh, golly, this is so exciting, Howdy.
So listen, Princess. He uncorked the bottle. Then he took out the note, and then he read the note. And kids, he saw that it was from the Changing Island, And it was dated December 26th, 1952. And the note said, "Save me, signed, Phineas T. Bluster."
Yeah.
And the swimming man, he must have telephoned Don Jose Bluster and Hector Hamhock Bluster right away.
Why, sure. And the two of them went to the changing island to rescue their brother.
Right. And they asked me to go along to help.
Hiya, Flub.
So, Don Jose and Hector and I got in an airplane. And when the plane flew over the changing island, the three of us jumped out of the plane and parachuted down.
Why, look. There they are. Flub-a-dub.
And Hector Hammock Bluster.
Yeah, and Don Jose Bluster. Well, come on, then what happened, Flub? What
We
happened?
landed and we looked all over the island, but we couldn't find Phineas.
Boy, oh boy, isn't that fantastic, Buffalo Bob? You couldn't find Phineas. Oh boy, it was a real mystery, and it still is. Because they still can't find him anywhere on the changing island.
Anyway, Don Jose and Hector Hamhock are still on the island looking, and they're stuck on the island.
Yeah, boy, and there's no boat or anything.
How do you like
Of course, the Flub-a-dub got back because, well, you see, the Flub has seal's flippers, and, oh, boy, the Flub can swim 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah.
Can't you, Flub?
So I swam back to Texas and took a plane to Doodywell, and here I am.
Oh, gee. You know, I'd like to take a look at that island and see if they found Phineas yet.
I would, too,
The
Flub.
super talkoscope's all tuned up in the right direction.
Yeah?
Just turn it on.
All right, fine.
Oh.
Come on, Flub. Yeah, here it is, Princess. Hey, great. He says it's all tuned in.
This is about
2,500 miles.
2,500
on the
miles.
Gulf of Mexico.
Turn this all on.
That's
We're all
right.
set with it.
All right. Now, kids, let's look. Come on in, boys and girls. Come in, Changing Island, with 2 or 3 blusters. Look. Yeah. Wait a minute, everybody. Look, there it is. Now, it's a little foggy, but kids, that's Don Jose and Hector Hamhock Bluster for sure.
It is spooky, Hector. Very, very spooky. A whole week we have been on a changing island, and we still cannot find Phineas.
I know, Don Jose, but we must. We must keep searching for our brother. We simply must.
All right, brother. Come, let us look again. Oh, brother. Where is our brother, brother? Oh, brother.
There they go. How do you like that? Well, this is fantastic. Well, then, Flub, then evidently they're still looking, but still no Phineas.
Galloping gooseberry.
What's the matter, Flub?
I see. No Clarabelle.
Yeah, Clarabelle's
Where's the
gone.
clown?
Well, you see, he's had a little trouble, too, Flub. You see, he's lost on a horse.
Yeah, that's right.
But, kids, thanks to a brand new invention of Howdy's, we can see Clarabelle, too.
That's right. You just watch, Flub. Kids, would you like to see Clarabelle? Yeah! All right, I'll tell you what let's do. Now, here is Howdy's brand new invention called the Claradoodle. Now, you kids know that to use the super talkoscope, we have to know exactly where the people are that we want to see. So Howdy had to invent this, the Claradoodle, which works even if you don't know where Clarabelle is. Now watch. We honk this horn right here, and then we crank this tail, and then the sounds go out. And when the sounds reach Clarabelle and his horse, the sounds bounce back, and then we get pictures. So we're going to try it right now for the first time, and everybody, kids, keep your fingers crossed and let's hope that it works, okay? Now, the first thing we do, we honk the horn like this. Now, we wind the tail. Do you hear that? The honks are bouncing back. And the horse is bouncing back.
Oh,
now
good.
listen. Now watch, kids. Ah, there. The white light is on. Now we're going to see them. We're going to turn on the screen and watch. Everybody watch the Claradoodle. I hope this thing works.
If it... Yes. Sure it works. What? Kids, there's Clarabelle. There he is with the horse. Oh, Clarabelle looks so tired, looking just about stand up. And the horse is running away, and Clarabelle, hang on to him. I wonder where they are. Oh, Clarabelle looks so tired. Well, look at that clown, kids. Well, looks like Clarabelle wants to sleep, huh? Yeah, Clarabelle's gonna lie down. Can you imagine that horse dragging Clarabelle all over? Oh, there's a little sheep looking at it. Oh, well, the horse won't let Clarabelle sleep. I guess the horse must be hungry. Yeah. Oh, poor Clarabelle. Look at him. Well, Clarabelle's evidently getting the horse something to eat. Yeah, that's Dexter. Remember the horse that was on the show? Sure, that's Dexter. Yeah, now Clarabelle's getting some... Looks like he's getting oats ready for the horse. But looks like Clarabelle's hungry, too. He's having a few oats. Now Dexter's turn. Now Clarabelle's turn to eat. Ah! That's all we see. Okay, Clarabelle. Oh, dear. Ooh, that poor, silly, stupid clown.
You know, Buffalo Bob, this has been some day.
How about that?
Clarabelle's lost worse than ever. And the three blusters, they're stranded on the changing island.
How do you like
Buffalo Bob,
that? Yeah?
nothing else bad could happen to us. Could it, Buffalo Bob?
Well, I should hope not, Princess. Enough is enough. And, boy, we have trouble enough.
You're right.
Yes, we'll give that Cobb fellow a big surprise, all right. Yeah. Uh-oh, here he comes now. Let's duck.
Oh, my wonderful general store. Oh, I love it. I hope I'm in it for the rest of my life. 50 years or 60.
Hey, you!
What?
That's him. That's the man who stole my store.
What?
Are you J. Cornelius Cobb?
Yeah, but what?
Then get out of Inspector Fidoozle's store.
Fidoozle, this is Cobb's store, my store.
I'm sorry, Cobb. It is not your store. You stole it 30 years ago.
I never did so steal a store.
This man is my friend, and I am his friend. And we have proof, definite proof, that the original owner of this store was his grandfather.
What?
And Grandfather Fidoozle left the store to his grandson here,
What?
Inspector Johnny J. Fidoozle. So get out now!
No, you listen to me.
Out,
My name is...
out,
Oh,
out,
oh, oh.
So long, Corny. See you around.